Well, hello everyone. Good morning. It's Rita. Hello. Yes, hello, hello, hello. Rabbit, 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 rabbit. That's what we say when the first day of the month comes. Rabbit, rabbit. I don't know why we say that. Somebody will tell us. Maybe Babs, if she's on, she could tell us. Because it's like a tradition. At least this has been on Facebook. Good morning, everybody. Let's see. My name is Rita. I know what my name is. Okay, shush, 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 shush. And that barking dog is Benji. And the one in the background is Teddy Bear. And we are here today for our show, Crafting Adventures with Miss Rita and Friends. And we're going to be making some things, some shiny things. We're going to be using this stuff. It's called acetate. It comes foiled or unfoiled, and we're going to work with this a little bit as we make our two different size boxes today. So this is the same box, but it has a smaller version of it in there as well. And the box is just an average little box. It's double-sided, so it's pretty sturdy. It'd be a nice little gift box for, I don't know, cookies or a special piece of costume jewelry or something like that, or a pair of socks. That would go in there really well. The smaller one maybe more for the costume jewelry. So the smaller one is just smaller. And you notice I used the same paper on the inside as I did here on the top. And I used what's called foiled acetate here. Foiled acetate, which the only thing, whatever that means, is that acetate is a clear plastic, thin plastic that cuts very well on the Cricut. And some time ago, Cricut came out with this, but I don't know that they carry it anymore. It's called foiled acetate, which simply means that it has on it, it has some foiled, some sparkly kind of foil accent of some design. So this one here you can barely see, but there's like hearts and flowers and teardrop hearts and different things like that. But we're going to talk about regular acetate with this one because it's interesting, and it's an interesting thing to play with if you've never played with it. Usually when you buy it, and again, you may have this in your stash somewhere. Also, I got this at Michael's. It was in the card making section. It's pretty plain looking, so you might have to do some digging. I know they have it on their website, but when you get it, you're thinking, are these really clear? Because they look kind of dirty. Mine have been sitting in a paper catcher for some time, so it looks like they're dirty. It's actually just the plastic that covers it, the actual acetate for us. So before we go and cut it out, we have to determine which area is the plastic on. And in this case, you can see, I think, a little bit, there's like the plastic is covering some of it, but I don't know which side. So I'm going to feel, I think it might be this side, and try to lift it up. And I think that that's working. All right, it is working. All right, so watch this. So see that? This is to protect your acetate from being scuffed up or dusty or anything like that. So there you go. It's definitely much shinier then. And then when we're going to use this to cut, we're going to put it on a strong grip mat. Strong grip mats are good for things like this, for for other things like chipboard. It just holds things in place a little bit better. And you don't even need to use, for this anyway, because the mat's pretty sticky. It stays sticky for a really, really long time. And I sometimes will use it for cutting paper, actually. But it stays pretty sticky this way. And we'll cut it out in a few minutes, okay? I just wanted to go back to my computer screen and show you where I found this box, which, by the way, you can pick it up from me under my profile in Cricut Community. If you can find the Cricut Community. Some people complain they can't find it. I get it. I have a hard time sometimes myself finding it. So at any rate, I did find this in an image set, an older image set. So I'm going to go to images and I'm going to type in image sets. But this, when I first started looking for this was back a ways. All I did was put heart, I believe, heart box, and then I was able to find different kinds of ideas for what I was looking for, but none of them were the actual box that I wanted. So then I went back to image sets and I typed in the word box, and this is where it came up. This is a image set that came out quite a while ago. It has 50 different boxed images that are boxes on here. And so this one is what I started with, this heart-shaped box. So I'm going to, and I'm not going to change it all that much. So I'm going to just add this to my canvas. And let's have a look at what's left, okay? So, or what I do to modify this file. So let me just group these and hide them. All right, let's ungroup this and see what we get. So we have a top of the box with the heart cut out from it, and we have what are either liner pieces or pieces for the outside of the box, which I understand this to be for these cutouts, which I'm going to make a change to. So we'll just put these aside for now. And then we have these two pieces of the actual box, not the box top. So we don't have to change anything about the top just yet, if there's anything at all. But we do need to remove these little heart-shaped pieces because I don't want to use extra paper for this. It just doesn't seem, it's not my style. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to detach this piece because it has a score mark on it, okay? And then I'm going to just try to, I'm going to hide this. Hopefully that will make it easier. Yeah. So when I hide it, then I'm going to come down here into the that little space below all the layers right here. And I'm going to choose contour. So I'm going to contour out these hearts. So I'm going to choose contour. And I'm going to keep the outside of the box for sure. But I'm going to contour out the box. So there, it's gone. And then we just go ahead and reattach that score line, okay? Now you'll note with this score line, it's actually, this is duplicated. That's what I meant, that the box is thicker because of the duplication. And there's a little bit of a flap that goes on the bottom that gets set in with the piece that we cut out. So we do the same thing with this piece as well. So what's left is we have to determine how big we need to put in the acetate for the back of this back of this cover. Now we could just use this piece here, or we could just decide, you know what, I'm just going to grab a square, which is what I think I'll do. So I'm going to delete this piece of the project and I'm just going to go and grab a square. if my shapes come up. There are my shapes. Okay. So grab a square, and I'm going to just make it so that it's bigger than the heart, but just overhangs a little bit because we need to somehow put it in there. So that's going to be, let's see, that's going to work out just fine. And then I'm going to duplicate it and recolor it. So this is the acetate. So let me just change the color so I know that that's going to be acetate. And we'll change this color to red. And we can change the top white into a patterned paper. So I'll choose like white. So I know there's going to be pattern paper. The only thing left, excuse me. The only thing left is the little tiny bit that's going to go on the box, the inside of the box, which is going to actually be the same shape as this. Oops. Now, let me see. Did I detach this? No, I didn't. So we're going to just duplicate this, and we'll cut it out in the same color as the top, you see. So that's where I can go to my color sync, and I can just change one of my blue squares to white so that they'll cut out on the same color. So that's the importance of having color distinction, not just for you as you're creating it, but so you can have them show up on different mats, you see. So when we go to make these two pieces will show up on the same mat, but the blue one will show up on a different mat. So let's hit make it. And oops, one thing I forgot to do was do sizing. So let's go ahead and resize this whole thing because it is rather big. So I'm going to grab all the pieces and I'll do a line center. And I can see up here that my width is very, very wide, 11.69. I actually want to get this down to about 9 inches for the medium sized box. And then I can duplicate it and oops, I grouped it. Duplicate it. And I can make it smaller just by making the entire grouping smaller. So I've got one at 6 and one at 9 inches. Now, when we go to cut this, you're going to have your acetate piece be on a separate mat as we had gotten together on there. So we're not going to look at these other pieces. There's our acetate. And I think what I'll do is I'll cut 2. So you can see, and we can go here. All right, come down here. And there's our acetate piece, right? We're going to hit continue. And then we're going to choose acetate as a setting, okay? Now, I happen to have mine as bookmarked, but you don't have to do that. So if you are looking for it, you go to Browse All Materials. And then in all categories, you're going to choose, I think, plastic. Yes. So here it is. Under plastic, it's the first thing listed, acetate. And then you have some other things. This foil acetate, which is what I showed you before. You could even cut your own mat protector and use it as acetate. I used to do that when I didn't have acetate in stock. So what else do we have there? You can cut mylar, plastic packaging. I don't know what that is. Outdoor vinyl bonded, a transparency. So remember the transparencies everybody used to write on? They do that overhead projector thing. So if you have some of those, you can cut those. And I don't know what non-adhesive, I guess vinyl without the adhesive. Okay, they make that. That's cool. But we're going to choose acetate. That's what we'll choose. All right. And I always do this. Not sure why I do it, but I change the pressure to more and I check off material settings only because if something goes wrong, it will at least come back to the same setting that I had it on. So I'll know which setting it messed up on, that sort of thing. So here we go. Here is our strong grip mat with our acetate on there. And we're going to cut it out, and you can see how it cut out. Now, I didn't have to tape it down, but if you felt like you needed to secure it harder, or if it was going on a green mat, sometimes you would tape it with masking tape. So let's hit go and see what happens. I'm stuffed up today. Not sure why. Hope I'm not getting sick. You can hear it crunching because of when it comes over, and it actually cuts it 3 times. So there you go. Now it's doing, oh, what happened? I'm so glad this happened. Has this ever happened to you where your machine basically jams? This is a jam, okay? So what do? Well, first we need to get this out, okay? So we're going to try to reboot the machine. It's showing a red. So just click it off. Let's turn it back on. And it helped us by pushing this out. Now, if it happens that it's so jammed that you can't get the machine to push it out, then you need to actually pull it out and reset your machine. Just turn it off and on. Now, this is good because this happened because I didn't put the tape, and I was telling you, oh, I don't usually have to put the tape, but apparently I should have done that because this is my cutout, the first one, which was going okay, but it looks like it didn't cut out all the way. And then when it started to do the second cutout, it jammed because this part here got crumpled in the machine, you see, just like that. No big deal, nothing to get all nervous about, but that's what you do if it happens, okay? All right, let's go to our workspace and we'll have a look at our project and we'll put it together. How is everybody today? It's February 1st, rabbit, and we are, let's see, we're putting together a box, but tomorrow, what are we doing? We are making DIY Valentine's kits that you can have the kids put together, and it's going to include kind of showcasing the brand new sticker maker that Cricut launched last week in the non-beta version, and they've had a couple updates since then. All right, so now what I'm doing is I'm using the cutout where I have the scoring, and I'm folding it along the scoring edge for both of the bottom pieces. I'm going to also score it going the other way as well. I just like my boxes to be crisp and square it off on the edges. So that's why I do that. You find as you start manipulating paper more, you realize that it can be manipulated with the warmth of your hand and just by playing with it gently and having it go back and forth or whatever. So there's my one piece, and here's my second piece. So Wonder what they're talking about over on the chat today. Let's see. Oh, tomorrow's project. Yes, it is kind of exciting because, well, it's going to be using our stickers, our sticker maker from Miss Kate to make our own little DIY Valentine's project kit. So if you have grands or little ones at home, or your sister's kids or something live far away, you can send up a little box, a little, you know, package that's like, here's some a do-it-yourself Valentine kit. And you can add in like a red crayon and a black marker, or if you find some stamps with those little square stamp pads. It's just a cute little idea, and one that we're going to be using on Saturday when we go downtown PBD to make them. So we've got our two pieces, which I've folded all away, and I just want to point out the bottom. So the bottom of this, you see there's that squared off piece and then this piece. So that's going to go inside of there. So that's how we know where to line it up. Also, they have these tabs here. So let's go ahead. Now this is going to be the outside. So we're going to put the glue on the inside of the tab. And okay. I like to do this when I'm doing an edge like that. So I feel like I'm getting it the proper edge. All right. And once you know that that's stuck, and you're done playing with your glue, okay, that's stuck. Then we can go ahead and do the other side. Now I would put a little caution here. There is a little bit of a edge here that not really sure why it's there, to be honest with you. I think maybe it's supposed to be for the inside piece, that part, but you got to be careful that you glue it right to that edge there and not to this edge, because or else it won't be squared off for a box. Okay. So once I know that it caught on, here we go. Now we can go ahead and do the bottom part. So I believe it goes in the squared off piece first, and then the two sides. And then this piece goes in to all four. And then press down. So that's how it looks. No glue needed to close that up. But we will put a little bit of glue on these side and edge pieces. And that will bring a little bit of stability to the box that otherwise it's just one sheet. This will make it a double sheeted box, which is always good. All right, so let's put some glue here. And you don't have to be that particular about this part, as it just sort of goes into place anyway. That makes sense. I'm pressing down on the inside right there. I'm going to just keep doing that for all four sides. All right. So there's our box. Look at that. And it's so nice and sturdy. Here's what I was telling you about this little edge. It's kind of a little messed up. I might put a little tiny bit of glue there just to sort of shore it up a little. But it's pretty sturdy, right? Now the top piece with the acetate we've got to do. Let's grab that top piece. And we'll grab the acetate. Do I need anything else? Oh, what I found was there was the big heart that comes out of there. It'd be nice for a little gift tag that you can put right in there. And then the other thing is, I cut out a piece for the bottom here. But before I changed it, I did change it in the file. I made it slightly too big, so I am going to cut it. I hope that's not the case with my acetate. No, still. So if you have it so that it doesn't fall all the way in, you can just trim it down a little bit so that it just lands there. Now you can glue that if you want, or you don't have to. All right, so there's our box completed with the little matching gift tag that you can put on the inside. Now let's work on that front piece, the top piece. So there is our acetate, foil acetate actually. And let's see, I'm going to put a little bit of paper underneath this so that it knows. Now I want to also check and see if this was cut too big. And it appears it was not. So I'm not really sure. Maybe I just didn't change that piece in my file. Now, one thing I wanted to get out there is my friend, our friend, Babs, who has sent so many birthday cards and just gifty cards out, and so elaborate and just so unique. Is married to a man, very, very sweet man, who has Parkinson's, and also they're going to be celebrating their 53rd wedding anniversary. Babs, I'm not sure. And at any rate, oh yeah, happy birthday. We sometimes think a teleport machine would be very nice. I know. That's our Babs. And so we're looking, she said that she would welcome, or her husband would welcome, Jim, her husband would welcome some mail, as he really likes to open the mail. And so I don't know how you can do it without exposing, but I'm sure somebody could figure out a way to do that, so if people want to send cards to them, maybe for their anniversary or just a hello card. I'm guilty of not doing it either. She sends me all kinds of things. All right, here is our acetate. Now we can do a couple of things here. We can use double-sided tape if we wanted to. That's what I would normally use. I just take some double-sided tape here and put it a little bit on the top or, and then see if I've got it right this way. We don't want it to overlap because then you'll see the tape. So let's see if that's going to work. Yep, that's going to work. So we need to take off this. It's going to work, but I'm going to end up putting it on so that see, because I'm going to end up putting it this way. Oh, no, that'll work. That'll work. I'm confusing myself. We just take off these. Yeah, already February. And guess what? It's a leap year. It's a leap year. So we have a leap day this year. We have an extra day, one whole extra day of living. And isn't that great? I know it's only a man-made thing, but I'm happy for it. All right, so we're going to place that inside of there. And then we are going to close up our little box and get it ready for sending. Now, I did also do this box small. And since we're running good on time, I will put that one together as well. But that's the whole lesson in case, you know, you have to run. That's the whole lesson as far as putting together this box is concerned. Now, again, tomorrow we're going to be working on some DIY project, like putting together pieces to a Valentine's Day, sort of Valentine's make your own that I came up with my friend Wendy. We're going to be doing it on Saturday morning, but I'm going to show you what I put together for my kit, for the kit on Saturday, and how I came up with that idea. And that's going to feature the sticker maker, the new sticker maker, which you may or may not have seen. We did a show about the sticker maker last week, but I didn't know too much about it. There really wasn't any paperwork or anything like that to go over what it meant. So I struggled with a couple of the distinctions, a kiss cut versus a die cut. What I had to think about it, because a die cut means it cuts all the way through, and a kiss cut means it only cuts the top part of the layer. So that's where I got a little confused, because I wanted to have a die cut sticker with a kiss cut inset. I think that's the right way to say it. Sorry, I did have my little coffee there. Okay. So, let's go ahead and put this together. It's pretty simple, only smaller. We haven't finished. I did notice that my paper cut ripped a little bit here on my little box. I wonder if that's going to matter. All right. So remember, when you're putting together a box, you're gonna, if you have two pieces, which most of them are at least two pieces, you're going to have to line up. So a side that has a tab versus no tab. So they'll go together like that. And then this tab will come over here, and we'll do that for that tab. So Owen started his driving lessons, his driving school lessons. Oh my gosh. talking about a commitment. I mean, that really will turn a kid mature right overnight. It's a big commitment. In addition to costing an awful lot of money, the kids have to sit on a Zoom class for 6 hours, 6.5 hours is a break. So 6 hours on a Zoom class every Saturday for, I think it's five Saturdays. He's already done one. And I was really proud of him because he did the whole thing. When I came back, because I was downtown, when I came back, oh, look at what I did. Isn't it great that you do these things live, Rita? Yes. Why? Because you get to show off all your mistakes. Oh, my goodness. I love making mistakes. I had the wrong side. This is the way it should be, so that all four of these are part of the bottom, and then all four of these become the sides. Oh boy. Good thing we're all... I was thinking about that, about like people expecting perfection, and you guys know how I am about my wabi-sabi crafting. My wabi-sabi crafting theory. And I was just thinking, a lot of people on the other end would say, no, you shouldn't do these live. You should tape them so that everybody can see the proper way. So you can't just say, oh no. But I really like to do it live, because then something like what happened with the acetate could happen. And or like what just happened just now, and it could happen to you. So I want you to see that it's not like everything's perfect in Cricut land, because it's not. It's not perfect, but it is fabulous when it gets done. So just focus on learning the process. And there are our side wings, our wings. Let's just put those in there just so you can see. So see what I mean? You don't necessarily have to glue those. I will glue that particular one. And let's see if my bottom piece is cut out. Nope, it's sort of tight. Well, it's actually just perfect. Perfect. And then we've got a little gift tag left over from the die cut heart, and we'll do this. Because crafting can be very stop and go in terms of you're crafting along. I know for me, when I get in a certain place and I'm like, I just have to get this done, that's when things seem to happen the most to me, is when I'm sort of like tired and just want things. So what does it say about me today? Interesting. I guess I'm tired today. All right, so we're going to put some tape there. All right, and there. Oh, they're waking me up. I'm really tired this morning. All right. So we're going to put this on here. All right, almost done. Need to put the glue. I put these tabs on the outside. I don't know what you guys do, but I feel like it closes better when they are on the outside, because then there's no like catch on the inside. But I am not a box expert, so if somebody has ideas about that, let us know. And all right. And here is our little box with a little cover on top. Isn't that adorable? So cute. So, what do you guys think? You're going to make something like this? Try out the acetate that you might have purchased. Or, you know, if you don't have the acetate or you want to show off the pretty paper that you're going to use, you can also take this heart out and just have it be a box with a pretty paper cover to it. Because I made the actual box solid, white or red. So there's plenty of opportunities for you to put your own little mark on it. Really? Oh. The name of the image set was called Box It Up. Box It Up. Yeah. Oh, you made the boxes. Oh, wow. I love those disc-shaped, those disc-shaped ornaments, Loretta. I'm slipping my tongue here. Box It Up was the image set. And did we resolve the thing with if you don't have Babs's address? Anybody who wants to get back to her. Oh, look, I made this box slightly smaller than the other box. Well, really cute. I'm happy with the results. I hope you are too. And we are running out to the doctors. Bye for now. Oh, goodbye, Babs. Have a good day. All right. All right. So that is it for today. We'll be seeing you tomorrow at 9 again for our DIY Valentine making kit that we're going to put together for a group of people, like maybe a troop or just a couple of kids or whatever that you want to send it to, that sort of thing. And today was all about this box from the Box It Up image set with acetate liner. So we learned quite a bit. Don't forget to subscribe and to like this video. And also, if you are already subscribed and you're really excited about sharing me, please share me to other people, because it's always helpful to have more people on the chat, more people asking questions, more people just, just help. I'm there to help because I get to answer questions and things like that. So I'm happy to do that. And I hope that you have a lovely day. We'll see you all again tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye. No, my pleasure, Tammy.